Oh crap. Alright, peace, bro. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome. So this is going to be your reading. I want to thank you for your patience. I definitely appreciate your patience and your understanding. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump in. So we're going to be looking at your sun, your moon, your sun and your moon, and we'll also talk a little bit about like your Mars. You feel me? Cause yeah, we'll talk a little bit about everything today. All right, so first and foremost, let's look into your sun. So you have your sun in Leo. You feel me? So with your sun being in Leo, you're a sort of person. Um, it's like you're not afraid to be in the spotlight and attention. You feel me? You don't mind being recognized and seen for your creativity, for who you are, and for your expressions. You feel me? But this energy is interesting because you also have your moon in Scorpio, but then your Venus is in um Cancer. You feel me? So first and foremost, with your moon being in Scorpio, it's like, yeah, like I said, it's an interesting energy. You feel me? Because when the sun goes into Leo, these are always it's always gonna produce energy of an individual who's very expressive, who has talents as well, who's also very focused and determined and willing. You feel me? But a very extroverted energy. You feel me? Because Leo is an extroverted energy. These are individuals who are also very charismatic. They're good with people. They have natural abilities to lead people, and people have a tendency to want to hear them out. You feel me? And listen to them when they speak. You feel what I'm saying? Um, but then Scorpio, right? So the sun. Let me also explain the difference between the sun and the moon. So the sun deals with what you express out into the world. You feel me? How you want to be seen, what you identify with, and all of that. So the sun, when it's in Leo, the sun rules Leo. When the sun is in Leo, it has no problem expressing itself. It has no problem like having an identity, having an expression, being an individual type energy. You feel me? It flows freely. It gives freely as well, because the sun, right, when you think about it, is a very selfless energy. It's selfish because it deals with how you express yourself, how you want to influence and exert your will onto the environment, and onto other people around you. So um, right, the sun is like your spotlight. It's what you shine, it's how you're shining light. It's what you direct people attention, how you direct people's attention. And a lot of it has to deal with redirecting people's attention towards you, towards your creativity, towards your passion. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, Leo is a very personal sign, very self-centered and self-acquainted. You feel me? But like when you think of Leo, it's the king, right? Leo is known to be the lion. So it's self-appointed and self-centered, but Leos are driven by their heart, by their emotions, by their feelings. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, they're not heartless. But the moon in Scorpio is crazy because, yeah, no, no, no. Like just because you have your moon in Scorpio, that's not gonna make you a heartless person. Because the sun will win. But then it's like you have your sun in Leo, right? Which, like, Leo's okay. So Leo, its strength is in its kindness. You feel me? Their ability to be kind and to work and operate from their heart. But a weakness, or yeah, their weakness is dominion. Their tendency of dominating others, and I did this to portray like casting shadow over others. You're filming dominating others ultimately. So that's like the strength and the weakness, if this makes sense. And Leo's thought trend is I will. So they're very much will orientated. They're very much focused on what can I do in this world? How can I influence this world? How can I? It's like when they want to do something, they're like, I will do this, and it's like they don't take no for an answer. It's like I will do this, and then it's like, watch me. You feel me? If someone says no, watch me. They're also rebellious. Like Aries is more rebellious than Leo. But Leo is a sort of rebellion. Aries is a sort of rebellion where it doesn't care about others. It cares about itself and the goal. But then Leo, although it can be rebellious, it also takes into consideration other people. You feel me? And when I say rebellious, I mean in the sense that if someone tells you not to do something or you can do something, you will rebel against them. You feel me? You're a sort of individual who likes to be in control of their own life. Energy gets interesting though, because with the moon in Scorpio, right, this produces emotions of intensity. You feel me? It produces emotions of intensity, but also an individual who goes through their many dark phases. You feel me? It's interesting energy because the sun the sun in Leo, right? It's light energy. It's very vibrant, optimistic. People like to when people are around you, they feel uplifted. You know, it's good vibes. You know, good energy. But then the moon and Scorpio energy. This is cool energy as well. It's just that Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and Mars is a maleficent planet. So also the moon deals with what you attract. It's magnetic. So the sun deals with what you exert out into the world, right? Your expressions, your willpower, things like that, what you focus on. But then the moon is more what you attract to. The moon deals with like your reactions and responses. You feel me? Like how you react and respond to the world type energy. You feel what I'm saying? And so yeah, like with your moon being in before I proceed, um I'm gonna say something real quick. I am interested in diving deeper than what you sent me. You feel me? So after this, um, if you're open to it, you know, I'm open to receiving a tip. Maybe you can send like another $10. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just feel like I should go deep in your reading. You know, usually I keep the reading to a minimum, depending on how much I am sent. But yeah, you know, so I'm just gonna open that there, and you feel drawn to, then definitely feel free to give me a little tip, like another $10, who knows? But it's not necessary though. Anyways, like okay, with the moon being in Scorpio, you feel me? So Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Mars is a maleficent planet. And so Scorpio is the feminine expression of Mars. Scorpio, it deals with like hidden enemies. It deals with manipulation, deception. You feel me? Power and control. But specific. Okay, so the way that it plays out is on the negative end. You feel me? This is like you are manipulated and you get casted into a power control dynamic situation where someone is trying to power and control over you. You feel me? But it can also express as you negatively power controlling over other people and utilizing deception and manipulation to control other people. But with the moon being here, and like I said, this is what you attract, right? With the moon being here, there is an inclination more towards you probably being put into situations when you where you attract like iffy people. You feel me? Manipulative people, people that like enemies, because Scorpio is the sign of enemies. You feel what I'm saying? Haters. You feel what I'm saying? And so the moon, it deals with what you are reacting and responding to. And with your moon being in Scorpio, a lot of what you react and respond to, if not most of, it's not even a lot of, but it's just the way that you react and respond to the stimulation that is brought to you in this world is through a Scorpio energy. You feel me? Um, and so these are the type of Leos, right? Because Leo is supposed to be a optimistic, positive sign, right? So these are the type of Leos that have a tendency of like being positive and optimistic and all bubbly in the public, right? Because the sun is your expressions. It's what you express out into the world. You feel me? So it's not what's beneath the surface, but what you want people to see. So what you allow people to
Power
see
off.
is this very optimistic, positive energy. But then what is actually happening behind doors, which is signified by what's that sun called? Scorpio. My bad. Which is signified by the moon. The moon is everything behind doors. The moon also deals with your domestic life. The moon is your subconscious mind. The moon is your upbringing. You feel me? Your childhood. That type of energy. You feel what I'm saying? And it's in Scorpio. So it's like, even though you may present a optimistic, positive vibe type energy, behind the scenes you're probably going through something. You know, struggling, going through pain, because Scorpio is a sign that deals with pain and deals with transformation, right? Scorpio is signified by the scorpion, by the snake, and by the eagle. You feel what I'm saying? And so these different phases are yeah, well, both, like, okay, this, okay, so check it. The Scorpio is signifies signifies Scorpios. The scorpion signifies Scorpios animalistic base nature, in the sense of like, well, it signifies that Scorpio is a combative sign. You feel me? They're not afraid to like get bloods on their hands, I guess you can say. But it also signifies Scorpio's intensity. You feel me? Because the scorpion is a insect. It's not an insect, it's called something else. The Scorpio is a creature that has ability, you feel me, to feel intensely, specifically emotions of revenge and emotions of jealousy, but also emotions of passion as well. So Scorpio, you feel like the scorpion and the spider, they're both associated with the Scorpio energy. You feel me? um Yeah, they're both associated with the Scorpio energy. Scorpions, they're known to be nocturnal, right? They don't like coming out in the daytime. They more like coming out in the nighttime. So ultimately, with the moon and Scorpio, you have this natural affinity towards darkness. You feel me? It's like Scorpios. You know, it's important to understand as a Scorpio, that these are things you attract and you draw to yourself. Like, it's like we all have different energies that we can use to interact with the universe differently, I guess you can say. And so Scorpio is the aspect of energy that deals with like death. It deals with like the unknown and hidden. It deals with strife, but it deals with strife and struggle, especially from an emotional standpoint. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, like, people who are Scorpios, especially with the moon in Scorpio, because the moon, it deals with the subconscious. These individuals, you feel what I'm saying? It's of importance for them to get into psychoanalysis, you know, psychology. Um, and like when I say psychoanalysis, I mean psychoanalysis is a branch of psychology that deals with like analyzing the mind. You feel what I'm saying? And actually, that's what astrology is. Astrology, it's a science that's not accepted by mainstream, right? Because of how powerful it is, really. But it's a science, you feel what I'm saying, that definitely can assist to illuminating the different aspects of the mind. You feel what I'm saying? Like right now as we are speaking, um, right? You feel me? Like I can tell you a couple things about like I'm already telling you things about yourself. But you feel me? Like with the moon in Scorpio, it's Scorpio is a very isolated energy as well, very to itself. You feel me? The way the dynamic with this energy is, Scorpio is a water sign. It's also very sensitive, and it's inclined. Both Leo and Scorpio are influenced by others. They're influenced both by themselves and others. You feel me? They take into consideration how they feel, but they don't neglect the other. It's like Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Leo. These are the first signs to have manifested. These signs are more inclined towards themselves. They're more selfish. They care more about themselves. But then Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, these are signs that are inclined towards, they will take into consideration another person. You feel me? It's still that foundation that was built by the first four signs of being self-centered and beating to the heart, beating to the beating my bad, marching to the beat of their own heart, right? That energy, it's transferred to the next four signs: Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. But these energies, they also have an ability to take into consideration other people. You feel me? But it's like they take into consideration other people. Um, I think this is being liberal, right? They're liberal. They're liberalists. They they're not only bent on how they feel, but ultimately how other people feel. But then the energy goes on and on and on. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, with the moon and Scorpio energy, very influenced by others. Okay. Um. Okay. So yeah, you feel what I'm saying. So, with that being said, unfortunately, I do have to sum this up because I'm about to go inside. But yeah, what I can do for you instead is I'll dive deeper for you. Just send me another $10 and I'll do another reading for you. You feel me? And we can continue. And if you like, we can do it like this until I cover all of your birth chart. You feel what I'm saying? But anyways, all right, peace, peace, peace. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Bye bye.